resurfacing compound, a patent-pending formula built on the idea that more is not always better. It seeks to brighten, resurface, tighten, tone, and balance skin in a single bottle. I love it. You can streamline your routine and realize transformative results. Our Crime Stories executive producer, Jackie, tried it. She's blown away. Whatever your skin type, U Beauty's resurfacing compound wants to help your skin achieve quicker results with less irritation. I've got sensitive skin. That means a lot to me. U Beauty is clean, cruelty-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, vegan, and never tested on animals. It takes the guesswork out of building a well-rounded routine. U Beauty's proprietary Siren capsule technology makes sure the active ingredients get to where they're needed most. If you want to see what a smarter beauty routine can do for your skin, go to theubeauty.com. That's the letter U, beauty.com. Enter promo code Nancy at checkout for 20% off your first order. Go to theubeauty.com. Use code Nancy for 20% off your order. Thanks, U Beauty.
There have always been murderers among us, and the True Crime Historian podcast digs up their stories from newspaper accounts the world over and brings them to you as fresh as today's headlines. Called a combination of The Twilight Zone and A Prairie Home Companion by Cincinnati Magazine, True Crime Historian is meticulously researched and edited, dubbed the absolute best of the bunch by the entertainment website Vulture. No bantering co-hosts, no inappropriate humor. True Crime Historian is classic storytelling all the way. I'm True Crime Historian Richard O. Jones, and for your horror and indignation, I give you new episodes every Thursday at www.truecrimehistorian.com or your favorite podcast player like Himalaya, where you can sign up for premium content and get the first month free with the promo code HISTORIAN.
Crime Stories with Nancy Grace.
Trying to get my mind wrapped around everything you're telling me. And you thought when she was talking about people are light or dark, that Tylee was dark just like her father. You thought she was going through some kind of a crisis because by then she was in the midst of a divorce from Charles Vallow, correct?
Right, that's correct. And this was her fourth marriage.
What happened next? Was Tylee there to hear all this?
Tylee was there, and it didn't seem like it was something that Tylee was hearing for the first time. I don't think Tylee was in the room when she said Tylee's dark. But Tylee was around when she was talking about a lot of her other beliefs as far as being a translated being, as far as being, existed on Earth several times or having several past lives. And she would go into detail about who she was and all of these past lives that she had experienced.
Okay, I need to hear that. That is something I want to hear. What were her past lives?
Sure. So, she had a lot of random people that weren't very significant, but a lot of the lives that she experienced, she was connected to early founders of the Mormon Church. So she had said that she was Joseph Smith's grandmother. She said that, she had been, I can't remember if it was the wife or the daughter of James the Just, who was Jesus's brother. I mean, she had so much information.
Wait, hold on. Again, I'm not a biblical scholar, although I try my best to be a Christian. Joseph Smith's grandfather. Now, Joseph Smith was a founder of Mormonism, correct?
That's correct.
Now, did you just mention James, Christ's brother? She says she was the disciple, James.
Right.
Christ's brother, that she was his wife.
That's what I remember her saying.
You're making the hair stand up on my arm right now. Just I want you to know that. Okay?
I know, I'm
because
sorry.
Now I'm kind of understanding where this is going. Okay, any other past lives I need to know about? past
I don't
lives.
remember anything specific about a lot of the other lives that she talked about, but I know that there were like close to a dozen that she had shared with me. But it was just so much information that I had nothing to connect it to, and I was just kind of waiting for her to just get it out of her system. It was something I wanted to not really remember.
Yeah, when you love somebody, a longtime friend, and they come out with something bizarre, you have the love and you're trying to reconcile this thing that you're hearing or witnessing. Were there any other biblically connected past lives other than with Joseph Smith and Christ's brother James?
Not that I can recall specifically.
During this discussion, you're saying that Tylee was in and out, and she had obviously heard all this before.
Right.
What was her relationship with Tylee? Did they get along, or were they having mother-daughter problems?
I never saw them have mother-daughter problems. I never saw the problems. I know that Lori would describe the problems. Tylee was a very strong-willed, independent young lady, like most teenage girls are.
And she was leading us toward the end of the world. I would certainly perk up and listen. But Tylee was kind of blasé.
She seemed very unfazed by it. It didn't seem like it was the first time she was hearing it. It just seemed something she was, had been around or privy to for quite a while. She didn't act surprised or even really interested in anything that Lori was saying.
April, when you first learned that the children were missing, what was your first thought?
I was physically sick. I just could not conceive of a scenario where there was a good explanation as to why they would be missing, especially knowing the circumstances around Charles Vallow's death. That had caused alarm for me back in July of 2019.
Explain.
Well, when I found out about what had happened to Charles in July, it was really alarming to me because of the conversation that we had in February, where she's saying Charles is already dead. There's a demon living inside of him. And then a few months later, he is dead, and her brother's the one that shot him. And I had known that her brother Alex had attacked her previous husband, Joe Ryan. And so it just seemed like there's a lot more to this. There's something more to this. And so then flash forward to December, when I first find out that the children